This is the Sakar Murli of 9th of January 2025. Essence. Sweet children, in order to become free from being punished for your sins, you have to make effort. You have to settle all your accounts in this last birth and thereby become pure. Question. Which promise does deceitful Maya try to make you break? Answer. You promise that you won't let your heart become attached to any bodily being. You souls say, I will only remember the one Father. I won't even remember my own body. The Father inspires you to renounce everything, including your bodies. However, Maya tries to make you break this promise and have attachment for one body or another. Those who break this promise will have to experience a lot of punishment. Song. You are the Mother and Father. Om Shanti. There is praise as well as defamation of God, the highest on high. The highest on high Father himself comes now and gives his own introduction. Ever since Ravan's kingdom began, Ravan has been showing how great he is. On the path of devotion, it is the kingdom of devotion. This is why it is called Ravan's kingdom. That is the kingdom of Ravan, and the other is the kingdom of Rama. Rama and Ravan are compared, but this is not said of that other Rama, who is the king of the Silver Age. Ravan is king for half a cycle. It isn't that Rama too is a king for half a cycle, no. These are details that have to be understood. However, they are very simple to understand. All of us are brothers. The Father of all of us is the incorporeal one. The Father knows that all of his children are at present in Ravan's jail. Everyone has become ugly by sitting on the pyre of lust. The Father knows all of this. All of this knowledge is in the soul. The most important thing is to know souls and the Supreme Soul. Such tiny souls have such huge parts recorded within them that they continue to play. When you start to play your parts of body consciousness, you forget your original religion. The Father has now come to make you soul conscious. It is you souls who say, I want to become pure. Therefore the Father says, constantly remember me alone. Souls call out, O Supreme Father, O Purifier, we souls have become impure, come and make us pure. It is you souls who carry all the sanskars. Souls clearly say that they have become impure. Those who indulge in vice are called impure. Impure human beings go in front of the idols of the pure deities in the temples and sing their praise. The Father says, children, you were those worthy of worship deities. Whilst taking 84 births, you definitely had to come down. This play is about changing from impure to pure and pure to impure. The Father comes and explains all of this knowledge with a signal. It is now everyone's last birth. All souls have to settle their accounts before returning home. Baba grants you all visions. Impure ones definitely have to suffer punishment for the sins they have committed. Punishment is given by showing you something of your past birth. You experience punishment in a human body, and this is why you definitely have to adopt bodies. Souls feel that they are being punished, just as people experience punishment when they sacrifice themselves by diving into the well at Kashi. They have a vision of all the sins they have committed. This is why they ask God for forgiveness and say that they will never do that thing again. They ask for forgiveness even in the visions they are being given. They feel the punishment and experience pain. It is souls and the Supreme Soul who have the greatest importance. You souls play your parts for 84 births. Therefore souls are the most powerful. It is souls and the Supreme Soul who have importance in the whole drama. No one else knows this. Not a single human being knows what a soul is or what the Supreme Soul is. According to the drama, all of this has to happen. You children now know that this is nothing new. The same thing happened a cycle ago. People speak of knowledge, devotion, and disinterest, but they do not understand the meaning of it. Baba used to keep the company of sages, etc. a great deal. They simply mention the names. You children now understand very clearly that since you are leaving this old world to go to the new world, you definitely do have to have disinterest in this old world. Why should you attach your heart to it? You promised that you wouldn't attach your heart to any bodily being. You souls say, I will only remember the one Father. I won't even remember my own body. The Father inspires you to renounce everything, including your own bodies. So why do you become attached to the bodies of others? When you have attachment to someone, you continue to remember them. You won't be able to remember God at that time. If you break your promise, you will have to experience a great deal of punishment, and your status will be destroyed. Therefore, remember the Father as much as possible. Maya is very deceitful. You have to save yourself from Maya under all circumstances. Body consciousness is a very severe sickness. The Father says, now become soul conscious. Remember the Father, and the sickness of body consciousness will be removed. Some stay in body consciousness throughout the day. It is with great difficulty that they remember the Father. Baba has told you to let your hands do the work, whilst your heart remains occupied in having remembrance of Baba. Just as lovers continue to remember one another whilst going about their business, etc., so you souls now have to love the Supreme Soul. Therefore you should only remember Him. Your aim and objective is to become deities. You have to make effort for this. Maya will definitely deceive you. You have to liberate yourselves from that. Otherwise you will become trapped by her. You would then cause defamation and lose a great deal. You children know that you souls are points, and that your Father is the seed, the knowledgeful one. These are very good, wonderful aspects. What is a soul, and how is it filled with an imperishable part? Even good children do not fully understand these deep matters. There are very few who accurately consider themselves to be souls, and who remember the Father in the form of a point, and know that He is the ocean of knowledge and the seed. It is with difficulty that they have remembrance with this understanding. You have to have deep and subtle intellects and have no gross thoughts in order to understand that we are souls and that our Father has come. He is the seed, the knowledgeful one. He is giving us this knowledge. It is I, this tiny soul, who has to imbibe all of this. There are many who speak in a gross way of the soul and the Supreme Soul, but nothing sits in their intellects accurately. Still, it is better to remember in a gross way than not to remember at all. However, accurate remembrance is more fruitful. Such souls are unable to claim a high status. There is a lot of effort to make in this. I, this soul, am a tiny point. Baba too is a tiny point. He has all of this knowledge. While you are sitting here, some of this knowledge is in your intellects, but the churning you should do whilst walking and moving around doesn't happen. You forget. To churn this knowledge throughout the day is to have true remembrance. None of you tell the truth as to how you remember Baba. Although you send in your charts, you don't write how much you consider yourselves to be points, or how much you remember the Father as a point. You do not write with that honesty. Although some read the Murlis very well, they lack yoga. They have a great deal of body consciousness. Neither do they understand these incognito matters very well, nor do they churn them. In order to become pure, you have to have remembrance. First of all, you have to reach your karmatit stage. Only those who do so will be able to claim a high status. Many can conduct the Murlis, but Baba knows that they are unable to stay in yoga. To become a master of the world is not like going to your auntie's home. People study such a great deal in order to attain a temporary status, a source of income. Previously, barristers, etc., didn't earn very much. Their income has increased a great deal. Each of you children, for your own benefit, first has to consider yourself to be a soul and remember the Father accurately. Secondly, you have to give everyone the introduction of Trimurti Shiva. When you simply say Shiva, people don't understand. You definitely have to say Trimurti. There are two main pictures, the Trimurti and the tree. There is more of this knowledge in the tree than in the ladder. Everyone should have this picture. On one side there should be the Trimurti and the cycle, and on the other the tree. There should also be the flag of the Pandavas' army. The Father gives you the knowledge of the tree and the drama, Who are Lakshmi, Narayan, Vishnu, etc.? No one knows. People worship Mahalakshmi. They think that Lakshmi will come. Where would Lakshmi get wealth from? They have created so many images of those with 4 arms, 8 arms. They don't understand anything. There are no human beings with 8 or 10 arms. They just made whatever entered their minds. Someone came up with the idea of worshipping Hanuman, and so everyone followed him. He is said to have fetched the life-giving herb. You children understand the meaning of that. The life-giving herb is Manmanabhav. Until you become a Brahmin and receive the Father's introduction, you are considered to be not worth a penny. People have so much arrogance about their status that there is great difficulty in explaining to them. So much effort is required in establishing a kingdom. Theirs is physical power, and this is yoga power. These things are not mentioned in the scriptures. In fact, you mustn't refer to the scriptures, etc. If anyone asks you whether you believe in the scriptures, tell him, yes, all of that belongs to the path of devotion, but we are now following the path of this knowledge. Only the one Father is the ocean of this knowledge, the one who gives us knowledge. This is called spiritual knowledge. The Spirit sits here and gives this knowledge to the spirits. Those human beings give knowledge to human beings. Human beings can never give spiritual knowledge. The ocean of knowledge, the purifier, the liberator, the bestower of salvation, is only the one Father. The Father continues to explain to you how to do this, that, and the other. Now just look how much pomp and splendour they make on Shiv Jayanti. There should be small translights that you can give to everyone. Yours is a completely new aspect. No one else is able to understand it. You should advertise it widely in the newspapers and spread the word. You need people who can open centres. At present, you children do not have that much intoxication. You are able to explain number-wise, according to the efforts you make. There are many Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. Acha, you may remove Brahma's name and substitute anyone else's. You may even put the names of Radhe and Krishna. Acha. Then, where would the Brahma Kumaris come from? There has to be someone who becomes Brahma, so that there can be the mouth-born creation, you Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. As you children make progress, you will understand a great deal more. You have to have some expenditure. The pictures are very clear. The picture of Lakshmi and Narayan is very good. Acha. To you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found, serviceable, obedient children, the ones who follow all orders, to you number-wise children, according to your efforts, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bapdada. The Spiritual Father says Namaste to you spiritual children. Essence for Dharana 1. In order to become Karmatit, Your intellect must become subtle and be able to recognize the Father and remember him accurately. Together with studying, pay full attention to having remembrance. 2. Protect yourself from being deceived by Maya. Do not become attached to anyone's body. Have true love for the One Father. Do not become body conscious. Blessing. May you be a bestower of blessings and a great donor like the Father, and take and donate blessings at the time of Brahma Muhurat. At the time of Brahma Muhurat, Amrit Vela, the Father, the resident of Brahmlok, especially blesses you children with rays of light and might of the Sun of Knowledge. Together with that, Father Brahma, as the bestower of fortune, also distributes the nectar of fortune. You simply have to make sure that the urn of your intellect is ready to imbibe that nectar. Let there be no type of obstacle or obstruction. You can then use that auspicious time to make your stage elevated and thereby perform elevated acts during the whole day. The atmosphere at Amrit Vela can change your attitude. So at that time, take and donate blessings, that is, be one who is blessed and who becomes a great donor. Slogan. It is the duty of an angry person to get angry, and it is your duty to give love. With your powerful mind, do the service of giving sakash. Now make an elevated plan for your own benefit, so that world service automatically continues to receive sakash. With zeal and enthusiasm, now make a firm promise in your mind that you will definitely demonstrate becoming equal to the Father. Father Brahma has deep love for the children, and so he emerges each child and especially continues to give sakash for them to become equal. Om Shanti.